All right, welcome everybody, welcome friends. It is December 8th, 2014, the anniversary of John Lennon's assassination. We are back. We had a little, I had a malfunction. I got to apologize to you guys and to my co-host Chad Carhaus and our guest Sam Bamford. Call it blood sugar or anxiety or whatever, but I don't know what happened. We were doing the podcast and basically I fell the fuck out. I knocked over onto the table. We were talking about some heavy things, and I've been pretty stressed out lately with this stuff, and I get a little claustrophobic because my jaw's wired shut sometimes. So apologies to everyone involved, and these guys actually, you'll see that these guys pretty much saved me and held me down like good friends do. So, but I felt weird about it. I felt embarrassed and ashamed, to be honest with everybody and you guys and everything. But I didn't want to just end the podcast on that note and just be like, be a what the fuck kind of moment.
Can't do that.
So we have the conclusion of Sam Bamford. Thank you again.
No problem.
For coming back. Yeah.
All right.
So here we go. We're here. We're doing it. What's going on? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I don't know, what's it been? A couple days since I was over here, and that was probably the last time I was out of the house. Carrie worked all weekend. So I was home with the 4 girls, and we were just watching Frozen, and
I saw the
playing
Frozen.
dress up and doing dance parties. It's
Since you guys told me about Frozen, it's been coming up everywhere, like in conversation, and
yeah.
It's everywhere.
yeah.
Every little girl is Frozen.
Charlotte was like, "Do you want to watch it, Uncle Matt?" And he was like, "No, I've already had to promise my niece that I'll go home and watch it for the first time with her." She was like, "It's okay, you don't have to tell her."
Is it
5 years old.
You want to watch this?
Is there any redeeming like adult comedic quality to it, like some of the other Pixar's and stuff like that?
I mean, mildly, I guess, just like anything, but I wouldn't say anything.
Because Little
the top.
Mermaid has dildos and shit on the cover. And
Yeah, I wasn't aware of seeing that in this movie just yet. But sometimes it takes time for that stuff to come up and people to, finally pick up on those things. So who knows?
Do you think that sort of twisted pornographic influence in animated films is over with the drawing of these films now that everything's digital? I mean, are they digitizing shit in nowadays?
Well, I know The Simpsons is still drawn out and Family Guy. The digitized stuff is like Flash, the shitty weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's getting really good, but I don't know what for
But-
movies though. It's got to be all digital for movies.
Remember in the early 90s there was a slew of Disney movies like The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, what else? What's the other one? Maybe Pocahontas, with a bunch of sexual shit in them. Like, sexual stuff. I don't know. Pull it up.
What do you want?
Just pull up sexual messages in Disney movies or something like that. It's like there's a bunch of them. I saw on Facebook the other day 8 movies. 8
Aladdin might
Disney
even be
movies.
on the list, I think.
I'll bet, dude. Rubbing that lamp. I'll give you 3 wishes, girl.
So they got 12 hidden sexual images in Disney movies
See?
on E-Bomb's World. And as you said, the mermaid cover, you got that dildo.
Yep, dildos on the mermaid.
On the cover?
Yeah, legit on the cover.
Like in the sandcastle. The
Yeah, it's in the-
sandcastle
Oh,
with a bunch
yeah.
of cocks.
Yep.
That's right.
Number 2, what do you got? Aladdin. I don't know. There's no description, so I want to see. No, that's not. I don't see anything about that. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The screens, caps. No, she's fucking flashing.
Really?
It's on her car in its light pole. She spars the vehicle as she does. Her dress flies
Cool.
up and it can be seen that she's not wearing anti-panties.
Anti-panties? Jessica, you're talking Jessica
I
Rabbit?
just got Rabbit.
Let me see that.
When she falls out of the car.
Oh,
She's such a whore.
yeah. She was playing patty cake with what's his face.
That movie was awesome.
So
Yes.
good.
That movie was so awesome.
Dude.
But that was like top of the tech world when that happened, like integrating the live action with the cartoon.
Yeah, those were awesome.
Well, that was when they still had to make like a robot, like
Yeah.
a fake robot with like blue screen in front of it,
Yeah.
like carry a drink and like turn it into a penguin
My-
afterwards. Like,
My favorite part was like the gun and like the bullets.
yeah.
And
Oh,
once they
yeah.
do that,
They're like, screw this!
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
check that in.
So awesome.
Forget the whole conversation, but that's a good, awesome scene.
I love Christopher Lloyd in that movie.
It was
Doom.
scary.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Remember me, Eddie? When I killed your brother? I
pitch
talk
at the
just like this.
But that's supposed to be like a kind of a kids movie, you know. I guess.
Fucking scary, dude.
Yeah.
Parts of that. When he did that thing, when he got all,
Yeah.
remember me,
Smushed by the
Eddie?
steamroller and
And
everything.
his eyes turned into daggers with red daggers. That shit was scary.
I'm looking at this one here. It's Mickey Mouse Blooded, coming from Euro Disney. Look at this thing. It's like holding a blue cock like in her face. I'm like, come on, man. all the others weren't that good. That's like the best one, dude. That was fucking hilarious. Oh, man.
That's funny.
Like, come on now. Like, what's that? A dress? Nope. Ain't no dress. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. None of you guys watch MMA, huh? UFC, whatnot.
I don't really fuck with that. What's up? Talk to us about it. Tell us.
Robbie Lawler beat Johnny Hendricks in a rematch.
Who are these dudes?
170-pound champion.
Who's Robbie Lawler?
Robbie Lawler is the fucking man, actually.
Okay.
He's one of the old school guys that's still around. He's definitely an old breed guy. His whole thing is, he started fighting UFC when he was like 18, back in, I don't know. His whole thing is, he's a stand-up guy who always knocks people out and stuff like that. But,
Stand-up guy. Wait, let's get into this for a second.
Fists, you know, fists. He's a stand-up guy, fists, you know.
Okay,
So-
but you are familiar with the expression "he's a stand-up guy."
Yeah, yeah.
Is that derivative from this,
no,
or
no, I don't think so.
is this just what you're saying?
Yeah, no, he's a stand-up fighter.
Is this an established euphemism, or is this just something that you are saying right now? Is
If I
what
was
I'm
like-
trying to
if I-
discern.
If I was like some other fighter was a stand-up fighter, you'd be like, he's
You mean he's not a grappler?
He doesn't like grappling.
He's he'd be a good boxer.
He'd rather knock you out.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's one of like the last of the dying breed. He came in UFC 37. It's called like the Dark Days. So he's beat this Johnny Hendricks kid, and it's pretty awesome. I have a new rematch coming up, and then this other is a 145-pound champion, I think.
145. That's pretty lean.
These kids, dude, they get down there, but these kids are absolutely. I saw this kid.
It's like you could put me in there, dude.
No, I saw this kid. This actual kid who fought. 155 pounds. I'm sorry, Anthony Pettis. When I went down and saw the UFC, little kid, you know, absolute animal.
Yeah.
Like he won a title, and by rear naked choke. It was good. It was a good weekend. I don't know if anybody watching and stuff like that, but
You and your bro got it. You get to fight.
Me, Jay and I just watched the prelims here, and then I'm not paying $55 to see the fights. I just catch the news next day and catch the highlights and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they sounded really good. People got knocked out and whatnot. But
Sam, are you a sports guy, or what's your?
It's kind of been like I do what I can when I can.
Uh,
When we first had Charlotte at home, it worked out perfectly because it was like one kid and she was finally settling at like 7:30. And I was like, hey, the Bruins are starting. I might as well watch that.
like you made a conscious decision.
No, it just like sort of happened a lot, and then I started. It was funny. It was actually the season they won, but I watched almost every single game. There's a couple of West Coast games that I missed, but I had never watched hockey before that. Now it's on HD, and I have glasses. You know, when I was a kid, I couldn't see the puck or figure out what the fuck was going on.
Totally.
It's so fast, and they're so talented that
even
you
when
can't
they-
even experience it really if you don't get to see it.
Dude, hockey
Yeah.
on TV used to suck.
Even when they had like glow in the dark puck, whatever, when it was green, you hit it past 100 miles an hour, go red or whatever.
What?
Even as an amateur watcher, then
You don't
it
remember
was-
that?
No.
Well,
Like,
even as an
few
amateur
years.
watcher, then like you're all set.
Should?
When I was younger, and you know, I actually kind of liked it because I could finally see a little bit of what was going on and understand it. Because I was watching with people that played hockey. I lived across the street from my buddy that played forever, and you know, watching games, and he's reacting just like before I'm even understanding like what's going on, you know. But now that it's on a nice TV and you can like really get into a game, it's pretty awesome to watch.
Yeah.
And the Bruins are a fun freaking team right now too. Like as far as teams go, it's a good group of guys to watch kick some ass.
One
We
of
haven't
the
found any
original
time this
6.
Yeah. Original 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, not too much. Even football this year, I only watched 2 games and barely even got around to watching them. You know, just so much other stuff going on that it's hard to
Yeah.
even say you're gonna do that, you know.
Yeah.
I've watched everyone because I have no kids, so.
I'd imagine a guy as busy as yourself with as much on your plate.
No, I hear Gronk's still playing. I thought he was gonna be injured by now.
He is tearing it up.
Yeah, you had a good game. Magical, is that what you said?
He's tearing it up, looking so good.
He has
He
some
always
magical
does.
moments.
He always has. You know, he's always been fun to watch, but he's just been out a lot.
You can't take him down.
I always feel like he's gonna find another way to bust something. Just goes hard.
That's how he plays, though.
What's his deal? Isn't he a rager? He kicks it with strippers and fucking.
Oh, yeah.
What's his story?
Porn stars.
Yeah.
Yo soy fiesta.
What's that?
I like to party. I like t-shirt he wears, stuff from like Barstool Sports. I got parties.
Oh yeah, he parties.
I am the party.
Yeah.
Sui fiesta.
Oh, I'm sorry. My Spanish is horrible.
I am the party. See, why not?
Why not? He is.
What's This is let's talk about this T-shirt. Tell me about this. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm sure you can go through and translate the whole thing.
Speculate.
Yeah, but a friend of ours
Some Latin shit.
that cranked these things out, and it basically says authority's an illusion and anarchy's the true top of the pyramid. And then he's got written down here that anarchy is the new order. And then at the bottom he's got the bottom number for 9618.
What is that?
It relates to a like fractalic logarithm for a spiral.
Oh, the perfect geometry,
Yeah.
like the
But in
Easter egg
nature.
looking thing, the Fabergé looking.
so.
Some people, a lot of people have that tattoo.
1.618
My roommate has that tattoo.
in relation to a spiral, a natural forming spiral.
It kind of looks like a slew of Fabergé eggs. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. It's like a circle or an oval.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I'm talking about is like an oval, and it has all these different perfect, symmetrical, natural shapes. It might be called like perfect geometry or something to that effect.
Sacred geometry.
Sacred geometry, yeah, something like that.
Sean, who made that shirt, is all about that stuff.
Yes,
Of course.
right on. Yeah.
And also the drummer of Tool, Danny Carey.
Uh huh.
He's all about that shit.
Mm.
Like drum setup and all that stuff.
As anyone, you're a musician and you're a pretty heady guy as well. Natty was telling me about, and I think Tool goes out of their way to record at a certain frequency, which is
Oh, I've heard about this.
it's like within
You
the
show it on like a piece of tin with sand. It's like
it's a natural order. It's a
Right.
natural sound of the world. Like
Right.
there's a frequency of nature.
And it's not too far from what I think it's like 432 or something like that.
Yeah.
And like you can see like when you tune down the half step or whatever it comes out to be, it's just weird. You'll see like, and they run it on like a tin or aluminum plate with like sand or something like that to show what the vibrations do. Like, and the sand will make different shaped waves. And then when they tune to that one thing, it like just becomes so much more organized and clear, and I don't know, it's just really funny.
Like it,
But I've heard several people talk about it or, refer to it that way.
like you're saying it like it reorganizes the sand in a
On a
organized way.
table, yeah.
Yeah, from the reverb.
Being turned from, like
From
a
the-
true E major or something like that down to this.
What should I Google for that? Do you think?
Um,
What should I Google for that?
YouTube it.
it's called like natural frequency. It's like a certain megahertz,
Sand, sound frequencies.
right?
Sand table, sound frequencies.
I got this.
That stuff's really cool. Like I saw this documentary one time about whale songs. Have you ever thought about that or seen anything about that?
Of
Whale songs. Like
Sound.
whales communicate to each other. Scientists have studied whale sounds over a period of time, and there's a cadence and a rhythm and a pattern. It's like a song. Like there's evidence that suggests that whales communicate to each other through song, like birds. Just at a lower
Well, it's weird. They communicate like with a third frequency, where like tone entails more in their speech than than we use. It's more like if you like translate it into. I can't believe I'm even going down the line, but the way they communicate with a depth of tone where they can sing the same song and only change certain things and communicate.
So you do
Something
know
different.
about these whale songs.
I've heard things about the whale songs, and, like, people talk about whale songs, but I wasn't sure if I had heard about the whale songs. But I know that people think they're pretty smart by the way they communicate. A lot smarter than they're granted
Yes.
credit for. Yeah.
Yes.
I have chickens, and I'll tell you that birds are a lot smarter than like we think about, or like they do a lot more than we think about. Because I don't even think they're that far up on the intelligence board.
No, I
They-
don't see chickens or birds up there.
Yeah.
Well,
They-
like
But they're
birds,
effing funny.
chickens are like birds of prey. Well, of course, high
Right.
intelligence,
Bird
but, like,
of
course, chickens are like,
prey.
I see.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, definitely.
Because they can barely control their instincts, half of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they like kill like each other if they,
If
it's like pecking at each other. And
Goes
shit.
that way, yeah.
Fucking lizards, pretty much.
Yeah, they seem reptilian.
Yeah,
But that's like,
they're little raptors. What the fuck?
they are. When they were babies, I was sitting
Yeah.
there looking at them, I was like, they're like freaking dinosaurs. You watch them like crawl around with those legs or whatever. They're just like, they're really fun. They're neat.
Good eating.
We haven't gotten that far yet. I'm looking to hatch a bunch
Well,
this
like
year.
if one gets ruly, and like, oh, crazy, chop that fucker's head off and bring it inside.
Now, are they smart enough where you would have the other ones watch you saute one and be like, let that be a lesson to you?
Kill it in front of everybody else. You want to mess with me?
They're smart enough that like if the rooster's being a pain in the ass, you gotta like pick the thing up and have it calm down, because they'll go after people or even be bossy around you. You'll walk in the cage and they'll be like crowing at you from like a foot away, and you just grab them and like hang them by their feet, and they go into this coma stage basically. They basically like they fight it for like a second, but as soon as you show that you're just gonna balance them there, they're like out of it. I go and I just kind of set him on the ground and hold his feet at the same time, and he doesn't move.
So if you find yourself in a dark alley with a chicken, grab it by his feet and hold it
Yeah,
upside
fight
down.
it just like that. Bring it
Boom.
home for supper.
Peace.
It's a good tip right there.
You can throw that thing like
Good tip
right in the
for you.
coat.
Oh,
I got dinner and I didn't get mugged. Peace.
Yeah, because they do get mean. I had a friend in Santa Cruz. I don't know what the situation was. I had to go by her house and drop something off, and she wasn't home. And she was like, just go into the house. And, you know, she was like, oh, yeah, by the way, there's some chickens there, and they're kind of ornery, you know?
In the house?
No, just like they were in the yard on the way, you know. It was like, kind of like crossing the moat, you know, going through this yard, like...
Chicken moat?
Oh, dude. Yeah, there were some
Just
pretty...
like in line to F with cars coming in the driveway.
They were just like, who the fuck are you? You know, they were kind of like, they were up on me, but, you know, I went in the house and dropped it off and got out of there unscathed, but, it's weird because they're chickens, but, I mean, I wasn't not intimidated. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing is like you look at it and it's like you gotta decide
Definitely ill
like
at ease.
how do you mess with it without killing it is what you're thinking. You know what I mean? And that's the way you get conflicted, like worried about it. You know?
Yeah.
You can always kick the hell out of a
Yeah,
chicken.
like what are
but
you gonna do? Kick a chicken, but then
You should. I mean, you don't want to like. I mean, honestly, they're so fast. I mean, I've seen people in fear wind up and kick at mine and do just fine connecting, and they're so light and fast that it really doesn't even bother them. You know, believe it or not, they're so funny.
Good amount of feathers.
Yeah,
Poof.
exactly, exactly. But he's gotten himself in those positions. I can't blame anybody for like reacting to it or like protecting themselves. A kid,
Shooing them away.
you know.
yeah, because you have small children.
He's
around.
attacked kids before, and I've like literally never ever seen it because he won't do it when I'm around.
Huh.
It'll happen like when I'm just around the corner of the house. All of a sudden, he's like, "All right."
That could fuck up some kids.
Yeah, he just
Crows
ends up
are
kicking
smart as
somebody.
hell.
Yeah.
Crows,
Yeah,
they'll follow you if
They have like different dialect and stuff like that. Like you get like a crow, then like when you hear them together, it's like a clucking noise kind of. It's not the same thing as like when you hear them, like when they're in their murder.
yeah, murder of crows. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Okay.
They talk to each other in different kind of like language, and like you actually hear them.
What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean?
Like they make like a clucking like noise, like a deep clucking noise to each other, like when they're with each other.
Uh-huh.
Like when they're, but if you come into like the fucking woods, they'll start like crowing away. Like,
Yeah.
with each other, like it's a weird different noise.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
That's
sounds more
crazy.
like an angry squirrel or something
Yeah.
like that.
Dude, fuck squirrels.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
crows, man.
Red nose.
I don't like crows, man.
Yeah, you know, crows, and after that it's coyotes. They pretty much travel together.
Is that right?
Well, I'm saying, like, if you're sitting on a bait for a coyote, the crows come in first, and then after that's the coyotes. If you scare the crows away, the coyotes don't come in. You know, they have to have a little...
Have you ever seen the bait pile up by my place where they have the bald eagles?
No.
There's this place up on my house where that you can like, we could go there like anytime, and there's a bald eagle at this
Hanging
point.
out.
Yeah. Right.
Scavenging.
Yeah, well, they pile crap. People donate stuff and
Oh,
leave
yeah.
it there. And there's gotta be dozens and dozens of
It's not legal.
deer things out there. It's private property.
Oh, they do like capes and stuff like that or whatever, and like whatever's like not used.
Something
That
to
was
that
shit with
effect.
that,
You know, you can see rib cages and that kind of stuff sitting out there.
Huh. Hey.
And there's a family of like 5 bald eagle
Yeah.
all the time.
See,
I just saw 3 of them today.
yeah, so you see more and more past like 10 years. You know, you really didn't see that many.
Yeah.
Now they're all up and down the Merrimack.
Well, you should see, it's funny watching these guys because there's like a line of predators like on the back of the field waiting, like a hawk like sitting up against a tree.
Yeah,
Like,
waiting their line, waiting their turn. Please don't kill me.
yeah. A couple of times I was shooting things that or taking pictures of things that I thought were an owl, and it was literally just another looked like a red-tailed hawk
Yeah.
buried in the wedge of a tree, like branched in the tree.
Bird of prey, pretty awesome. Something else. You know, pretty much, you know, that's all I got for tonight.
That's what you got?
Yeah.
You feeling, what about you, Sam? Anything you want to say?
Before we conclude,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
This epic podcast.
Quite a quest.
there was 3 stages.
Yeah. It was.
If you guys are still with us, thanks for hanging out.
Second stage was awesome.
Yeah. The second stage is,
A couple more days, dude. That crap off your head.
yes. And then I don't know. We're gonna have we'll be I'll be working out a way to do the podcast with Chad from Santa Cruz, California, and him here in Newburyport, Massachusetts via telephones. We may not have this lovely video component.
We might.
We might.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laptop computers.
Yeah.
Any tech people out there want to help?
I'm just not that.
You can just record like a FaceTime, dude, and make the show.
Right. Yeah.
It could be that easy.
You just have someone over here. You sit there and talk to me. You say, "Oh, with our guest is Sean McCann." He's
We
gonna
could
tell
just
you
like
about his
hang up a
t-shirts.
hanger and put an iPad here on a stick.
We'll figure it out.
Your
everybody.
face on it.
We'll figure it out. Thanks for hanging with us, and have a great and safe holiday. If we don't see you again, and
Hopefully, you'll be hearing us before then.
yeah, all right, yeah, we'll work it out. This is getting to be awkward. Good night. Thank you. So long.